Hello,
Hey, we got Mama debut.
Mama Rhonda. Hi.
All right, so let me get right. I want to thank God for waking me up this morning and giving me another chance at life.
Amen.
Believe that I'm 106 days sober. This is a day late. So we recorded on a Sunday instead. Um, I think that's week 15. I'm losing track. It's a lot of days, but it's your first time actually like answering questions on this channel. Like I'll do it like how I did my dad. Um, have you ever battled with addiction?
I have, darling. I battled with addiction for 12 long years, and the drug of choice was crack cocaine.
How'd you navigate it? Like, how'd you navigate the process of finally getting sober? And what was that journey like for you?
The journey for me was very, very lonely and dark. I am the middle child of three. Um, at the beginning of my addiction, or somewhat in the first phases of my addiction, I would say, I lost my mom.
How old was you?
I was 26 when I lost my mom. And she just came home from running a revival in Texas. She was a gospel singer and evangelist. She traveled the world and sung and preached the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so when she came home, she had this nodule in her breast that she knew all along, didn't tell us. And she went to Highland Hospital in Oakland, and they diagnosed her with stage 4 breast cancer and gave her less than 6 months to live. That's how I found out about my mom's illness. And yeah,
So, how did that hinder or help your growth or like the way you went about getting sober or your addiction overall?
when I lost my mom at 26, I was lost. Again, I was on a substance called crack cocaine. Had no clue about drugs. Raised in the church all my life. All I knew was church, Jesus, church, Jesus. But I vowed when I got 18, I was going to get out there and be grown because I was tired of Sunday school and I was tired of church. And a dear friend of mine turned me on to, well, I thought she was a friend. She was an associate. She had turned me on to crack cocaine because I always had been fluffy or fat or overweight, plus size. And so she told me this magical drug would help me lose weight. But what she didn't tell me that it would become my pimp and my addiction for the next 12 years of my life. And so I started that journey. Everything starts fun. All the little single mamas would sit around the table. The kids would be in the back playing. Then it became scandalous. Then you became out there on your own. Then people became mean. Then your family will abandon you and never wouldn't even feed you, wouldn't even house you. But anyway, I went through that, and I believe God took me through that so my life could be a testimony for someone that's out there struggling, a mom, single mom, wife that has lost their kids. And in the process of my addiction, I lost my children. At the time, I was a mother of four. I'm sorry, a mother of three. And I lost my children for 4.5 years. They sat in foster care, wondering about me. And even though they were gone, we kept a tight relationship. I did visit and I did see my children, but it was nothing like having them back home. And so, yeah, after my mom passed, I spiraled. Maybe for about 2, 3 years. No, I take that back. About 7 years after her death. And then I never forget one day sitting on the corner of University in San Pablo crying right there in front of Everett and Jones barbecue. And I was missing my mom. And I think that was the beginning of myself getting clean. A lot of times I got clean to avoid reality. I got clean, I got high, I'm sorry, to avoid reality. I got high to avoid the fact that I felt as a parent and to not know what my children's needs were. And I would just get high just to stay in the fog of not facing reality. And just one day, I start praying to God. I ain't gonna lie. Sitting at the dope man house at the table. And I began to cry out to all of the man that my mom put fear in me, which was Jesus Christ. She said, whenever you get in a situation, you can call on him. And I did just that. I sat there at that table with nothing else to hit. Getting emotional.
It's all right.
With tears running down my face, I began to call on him and ask him to take this from me. And I wanted my children back. And I said, please, I want you to make me so sick of this that I'll never, ever look back at it. And fast forward to today, I've been clean almost 30 years. And not only do I have my children back, God bless me with number 4. He's an amazing young man. I remember carrying him so afraid of how to be a mom to, at 32, having a baby. I thought I was the oldest one in the world having a baby at 32 because I grew up with my other 3 at a young age. But he was a blessing. He's a blessing, still a blessing. And yeah, so I got clean. My desire was to go into counseling, drug counseling, to be a support system for women that went through what I went through, abusive relationships, neglect from your family, loss of your children, the death of your parent, no one to talk to in this big old world lost. I wanted to be that cushion for someone. Halfway through my training, I shifted over into nursing. So yeah, yeah, I've been clean 30 years. I work as a nurse. I work with adolescents to try to keep them on the straight and narrow.
So since you've been clean, has the thought ever crossed your mind to relapse? And if not, how do you stay strong? Like, or how did you stay strong to never visit that life again?
Of course, the devil plays tricks with your mind all the time. If you, like I say, too much out of time is workshop for the devil. If you get too secluded and life be life in you, and if you don't have your mind made up on what you want to do in life, you can easily fold. But I know if I ever go back, first of all, I don't have the desire. I believe God delivered me. I didn't just get clean on my own. God delivered me. And when he delivered me, he took the whole taste, the whole desire away. And so I have had the thoughts, if maybe a few times, you should go get you one. But I know if I get one, what it would do. And I'm scared that one hit may take me to have a heart attack or I lose you. And now they got fentanyl. I'm scared. I'm scared of it. Nah, I'm good.
So, I mean, I know you said it was over 30 years and you got clean before I was born.
Yeah.
What was the hardest obstacle you had to face in that process in the last year to 2 and 2 years after you got clean? Like, how did you navigate that?
The hardest for me was going through the court systems, crossing my T's, dotting my I's. I knew when I went into I checked myself into St. Anthony's. It was out of San Francisco, I think in 95, 96. I knew when I went, that was a lot. I knew it because they said you had to call every day. I would call every day. And the man finally gave me a seat on the bus. And that time I knew I took my whole check in food and smoked it up because I knew that was my last run. And I got to the bar station and I told him, I said, hey, I don't have no money. And I'm trying to get to St. Anthony. I'm supposed to check into a treatment program today. And I said, if you let me go through the train, get me on the train, you'll never see me again. And he did that. So I checked into St. Anthony's.
Shout out to that, man.
Yeah. So I checked into St. Anthony's at 8 o'clock that morning, sometime on a Wednesday. I don't know what year, I forget. And I graduated from St. Anthony's and went to the secondary program. And believe me, when they say stay away from old people, places, and things, do just that. I got out and went back to my old neighborhood and I relapsed. And this time I relapsed for about 60 days. And I kind of compared what they taught me to what I knew. I got clean on my own that second time and I just stayed clean ever since.
Well, thank you. We can continue this. And this would probably be my first time having a part 2 on this channel. But as y'all know, this is a 10-minute therapy and a video journal. Thank y'all for watching and staying tuned in. And y'all know how I like to leave y'all. May enlightenment find you. Yeah, you. and I pray he'll embrace you. So until we meet again, I want you to take care, stay up. Well, dollars, I'm out this
Dollars
thing. Yeah, yeah, and I love y'all for real. I love y'all.
from the secondary.
Hey, take two, part two. First time on this channel. We're getting back into it. Let's go.
First of all, how you
Hey,
start your videos all the time. The person want to give us part two,
well,
new show. Okay.
you like
I'll be
go
quiet.
ahead and show it. Like you trying to have me run my show, but
You
yeah,
know
we
what?
roll with it. All this staying in there, we ain't edited nothing. It's part two, so I didn't start from the beginning, but I mean, this is a continuation. I might edit it for the first time, just mash it all together. Just with this camera, I can't record over 12 minutes, or I was gonna break it into two videos anyway. That's why I kind of cut it short. But we can pick up where we left off.
All right. So after secondary, I got out. I told you guys I relapsed, but then I got clean. When I met your father, he was my purpose. He was my codependent. And that's what I used to get me clean. And then I just stayed clean after that. I just wanted my children back. And then I had you. When I look at your face, and God blessed me with a healthy son, I just could not let you go through what your siblings went through. So I worked hard not to let you experience what your brothers and sisters experience. And yeah, here I am today. I eventually graduated from high school, and I went back and got recertified as a nurse's assistant for the second time. And then eventually I went over to nursing school and I got my LVN. So I'm currently an LVN and I'm battling. Do I want to go back for my RN or do I want to go in another field of working with women? Like I said, that's battling addiction. I'm getting a degree in something like substance abuse so I can really be what I want to be. And that's to help other women, mothers that are drowning in addiction when they feel like the world is against them, that there is hope at the end of the tunnel. There is hope.
So I know that's what you, like, a goal of yours, but what would you have to say to someone that's battling something right now that they know they want to get rid of or get off of, but they just feel like they have no other option, or they know that's just what they feel or tell themselves in their minds the only thing that keeps them, I guess, in a happier or a better state, even though they know that it's harming them.
What I would say, my word of encouragement to anyone that's struggling and stuck or battling, keep hope alive. If you believe in a higher power, I don't know what it may be, a goldfish, God, Buddha, whomever you choose to believe your higher power, tap into them. Because if I choose God, I choose Jesus. And I say that because when you can't go to no one else, I can go to him. Because I know he hears me and he has a timing for everything. It may not be our timing, but his timing is right. So I would definitely say keep hope alive. Write you a journal. And when you think you can't talk to nobody, get a book. I tell him this too. Get you a tablet and start writing your inner thoughts, your inner feelings. And then as you progress, you look yourself in the mirror. You go sit in that bathroom mirror in your bedroom and you look yourself right in the face. And you tell yourself, I love you. It may be hard for some. It was definitely hard for me. I couldn't even get the word love all the way out. But over time, I began to tell myself, I love you, girl. We've been through a lot. And that helped me out a lot. My prayer, my faith, and letting myself know it's okay. We're human. We're not perfect and we make mistakes. And you're going to be all right. Be all right. Change your associations. All people, places, and things must pass. Start new.
On that journey, what would you feel like changing your associations and your circle? Like on a scale between 1 to 10, how important is that?
To stay sober in
Stay
recovery.
sober and to get sober.
Oh, it's top tier. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Again, I've been clean almost 30 years. I still have maybe one or two that I consider associates that I would speak to. But if I ever find out you doing other than ganja, I might as well just be honest. I don't tolerate. I don't tolerate no one that get high in my circle. So you definitely have to change your surroundings, the company you keep, and don't put all your faith into sponsors, because sponsors at the end of the day are human too, and they fall. I had a sponsor that relapsed while she was sponsoring me. So when I had a hard rock, I had no one to go to because my sponsor had went back out to start using. So that's why I say you have to tap into your faith base. Get your faith base up and your journaling. Change old people, places, and things.
I know you
And
say you believe in Jesus and God, but so what is God to you?
he's my everything. Huh? He is my everything, and I would not trade places for the world. He is that. He is top tier. He's my daddy, my real daddy. And so, with that being said, he's the reason we sitting here, man. I couldn't do this without him. I don't give myself
No, I
credit
believe
for
that.
nothing. I give him all the glory and honor for where he has brought me. Yeah. And remember, one day at a time. Rome wasn't built overnight. So just one day at a time, you'll get there. Put one foot in front of the other, you'll get there. I promise you, you'll get there. I'm a living witness, you'll get there, baby. You'll get there. Hold your head up. It's okay. You made a mistake. I did too.
We all did.
We fall. Get up. Don't you stay down there. Get up, dust your hands and feet.
Like y'all hear me always talk about I'm on this sober journey for weed and I'm just abstaining from alcohol. I was never addicted to alcohol, but I had my run with X too. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. I was never addicted to X, but I'd be up crazy. I'd be up 5 days at a time just because I was trying to avoid the come down. And I was doing that for nearly a year.
Looking like a number
Mm,
two pencil.
what she said.
Yeah. Didn't even hardly recognize my son.
I wouldn't even eat.
He thought I was stupid. I seen it. I knew it. But all I could do was pray on it. Because, sometimes they think parents don't know enough. So I stick to my secret weapon, and that's prayer. Look where he at. And I still pray over him every day. All four of them. I don't go to bed without praying over him, and I don't wake up and start my day without praying over him. During the day, I pray over him because this world's crazy. Tell you, get your faith base up and believe in him because he will bring you out. Yes, he will.
Outside of what you already mentioned, what would be one message you would like to leave for the people that might be watching this?
Have faith. Trust in God. He will do it. Trust in God. And like I say, one day at a time, baby. One day at a time. Don't beat yourself up. Get you a journal. Start writing. You know, put on some positive music, some calming music, some gospel, that they encouraging music. Yeah, and find you somebody a church home or somewhere where you can go worship. They say church is a hospital for the sick. So if you got to tap in every now and then and get that spiritual feel for that week, then make it happen. One day at a time for sure. And keep hope alive. It was an old prisoner that said that one time. He was in there and people was coming in and out of jail. And the old little wise teller walked up to this little prisoner and the little man was beating himself up bad. And he said, come here. He says, one thing I want to leave with you. Keep hope alive. If you keep hope alive, that hope will bring you to where you're trying to go. That's another word for faith. Keep your faith base up and keep hope alive. You'll get there. You'll get there. I promise you, you'll get there. Before you know it, you look back over your shoulder and be like, woo, where, what? Yeah, you'll get there. Blow your mind.
Well, that's it for this one. 106 days sober. Y'all see, mine came in and damn near took over my show. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for staying tuned in. Appreciate everybody that watched.
Good night.
Gone.